Welcome to the session from week number 7, right? From our level. Let's check over here. So over here, we have a list of some values, okay? And the idea is that you can choose the 3 most important ones to you, okay? The top 3 values that you think are the most important in life, okay? If maybe your top values are not here, well, you can tell us in order to add them on to the list, okay? So we have achievement, compassion, cooperation, creativity, environmentalism, health, independence, responsibility, spiritually, and wealth. So I'm going to give you a moment to think about your top 3 values so you can share them with us.
First one, health.
Tell me.
First one, health.
First.
Yeah.
But remember the pronunciation. First.
First.
First one, health. There we go. Okay, good. Let's write the number first. Better. So this one is number 1. Okay. What else?
I think achievement.
Achievement. That will be the second one.
Yeah. And last one is not in the list, but the peace, the life.
Which one is it? Sorry?
Peace.
Peace.
Yeah.
Okay. Like meaning that you are peaceful, like in your life?
Yeah, exactly.
Nice. I really value that one as well. Okay, good. Interesting. So I have another question for you. Since in this unit, in this week, we're talking about inventors. Do you have a important inventor that you consider is one of the most important of all time? I have a picture here about women, but it doesn't necessarily need to
it's
be
difficult.
women.
It's difficult thing about only one, because most of them are very important in some time of history.
Okay.
But
Let's tell like the top 3. Which ones
top
do you
3,
think are the one of the most important ones? Since they all contributed, as you said, to a specific period of time.
for me, Thomas Edison,
Okay.
for the electricity.
Of course. Okay.
Don't remember exactly the name.
I think Edison only has one S now that I can think of. Like this. Who else?
I don't remember exactly the names.
Okay, go ahead. Tell us the invention. So maybe I know the name.
I don't remember the name of inventory about internet.
The person who invented the internet?
Yeah.
Or like internet as it is the internet? Or the one who was the preceder or the person who made the internet possible, like the first?
Yeah.
Because I think
Timothy.
it's
Timothy John Berners.
Berners, yeah, Tim
Yeah.
Berners. Berners. I think it is like this. Let me check. Tim Berners, okay.
Yes. And
Let's check over here about Tim Berners. Yeah, he was the inventor of the World Wide Web.
Yeah, exactly.
Tim Berners-Lee. We're missing the Lee.
Yes.
Okay. Who else?
And Nikola Tesla.
Of course, you are you are a developer. Of course,
Yeah.
Tesla is going to be on your top list, right?
Yes.
Okay. Why Nikola Tesla?
For your working, how do you say suministro?
Of suministro of no, not supplement. Supply, but
Yeah.
I need to know the specific context. El
Maybe
suministro
the modern supply of electricity.
Okay, yeah.
Invention
Yeah,
of
the electricity supply. Or
Yeah.
no, the electricity supply provision is not very, the supply. Okay, nice. Did you notice that you don't have women on your list?
Yes.
Okay, just just an idea that maybe you should consider women in all of them. Okay, well, good. Okay, nice. So we are going to, we're going to, since we talk about values, right, and words, we're going to learn today about compound adjectives, okay? So let's start. Do you remember what are hyphens? Are you familiar with the word hyphens?
No.
Not at all? Well, the hyphen is punctuation mark, which is this one, okay? And we use a hyphen to connect two words, two different words, to make a longer word, okay? We use them when we create or make compound adjectives, okay?
Okay.
So it is used to, let's say, separate the two words, but we are making a new word or a longer word out of those two words that we are using, okay? So they're going to help us to create a compound adjective. Over here, let's see the example that we have. The man-eating creature uses its razor-sharp claws to capture and kill its prey. So over here, we are saying that there is a creature that eats men, right? So instead of saying the creature that eats men, ¿cierto? We're going to make an adjective, and we're going to say the man-eating creature. So this adjective is going to modify the creature. ¿Listo? And uses its, we're talking about its claws. Yeah, do you know what are the claws of an animal?
Yeah, garras.
Exactly. So over here, we are giving a characteristic of the claws. Entonces, we want to say two things about the claws. Razor sharp, ¿cierto? So we're going to use to join those two words in order to make a longer word, a longer adjective, ¿cierto? Or a characteristic about, in this case, about the claws of the creature, the animal. Bueno, we don't know if it is an animal yet, okay? And this is going to mean that the claws are very dangerous because they're dangerously sharp. O sea, no solamente sharp, but they are dangerously sharp. Yes?
Yes.
To capture and kill its prey. Let's see another example. This technologically advanced software recognizes your fingerprint in seconds. So here I am using, we're making a longer adjective to describe the software, right?
Yes.
Entonces, instead of saying this software, which is technologically and advanced, so in that case, we're just going to make a compound adjective at the beginning using the hyphen to make them and then describe the noun that we are using. This technologically advanced software recognizes your fingerprint in seconds. Okay?
Okay.
Yeah, clear about that?
Yes.
Okay. Let's continue. So clear about the hyphen, the importance of the hyphen here. Okay. Why do we use the hyphen? Why is it important? Because without the hyphen, some sentences can lose their meaning and it's going to become difficult to understand or to know what the person is trying to say. Okay? So let's see the examples that we have over here. If you say a man eating shark, it means that the man is actually eating a shark, ¿cierto?
Yeah.
But if we say a man eating shark, it means that the shark eats men or people. Okay?
Okay.
Same over here. If we say a sugar-free lolly, so it means that the sugar is releasing the lolly, right?
Yes.
Instead of saying that the lolly doesn't have sugar. So it is going to be sugar-free lolly. That's
Okay.
why it is important to use the hyphen when we are making compound adjectives.
Yeah. Okay.
Got it?
Yes.
Good. Now let's talk about the compound adjectives. Compound adjectives are modifying phrases, okay? And they are, as we checked, they are made of or made up of two, sometimes more words, okay? And then can be joined by a hyphen. They can appear as a single word or they can appear as two separated words. It is important, since you can make the word, it is important to check in the dictionary if the word actually exists, okay? It is always useful to check before using the word. Listo? Just in case the word doesn't exist or you don't make it that way, okay? So, but we're going to check 3 common patterns that you can use when making a compound adjective in English, okay? So the first one is to use an adjective, normal adjective, a noun, and an ed word. Listo? So this is one way to use it when we precede a noun. So these ones go before the noun, like the ones that we checked before. And these compounds are usually written with a hyphen unless they are just one word. Listo? Entonces over here we have examples like absent-minded, high-spirited, long-winded, or soft-hearted. So over here we are including, mira, un adjective, absent, high, long, soft, right? And then the second word borns from a noun that has ed, minded, spirited, winded, hearted. Yes? And
Yes.
they, when you join them using the hyphen, you are creating, in this case, a compound adjective that is going to help you to express a characteristic about either a person or an element, an object, or even an idea in some cases, okay?
Yes.
Okay, let's see the examples that we have over here. Number 1, he also appears to have become greatly absent-minded, but makes up for this when he's with his boundless charisma. Are you familiar with the word absent-minded?
Yeah.
Yeah, forgetful.
Yes.
I am very absent-minded, trying to forget a lot of things, okay? Number 2, they are much more high-spirited people. Yes?
Yes.
Questions about that one?
No.
When you have, no, a lot of enthusiasm? Okay, listo. Questions about this first part?
No.
No? Good? Nice.
Yes.
Okay. Are you familiar with these 2 other compound adjectives? Long-winded and soft-hearted?
Soft-hearted, yes, but long-winded, no.
Okay. Long-winded, this que love. Long-winded means when the person talks a lot, pero es super wordy. So in Spanish, we would say como mucho rollo, mucha palabrería, como charlatán.
Okay.
Okay, that speaks a lot, that use a lot of words, okay?
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, I think in another because they long and wide, but okay.
Yeah, well, yes, long-winded. Listo, good. Or the person that rumbles a lot to tell something, como that, yeah, rumbles, okay. Listo, pattern A, listo? Let's see the second pattern. The second pattern that we can use to make a compound adjective is using an adverb and a past participle. ¿Listo? Entonces, compounds with adverbs ending. Remember that we checked that some adverbs usually end on "li" with the suffix. Entonces, we can use an adverb and a past participle, but if we have an adverb that finishes on "li," that the suffix is a "li," we do not use the hyphen, okay? They are never hyphenated, okay? Only with the adverbs that finished with "li." If we have a different adverb, we can use the hyphen, we can hyphenate it before, but not after the noun. So if we use the compound adjective before the noun that we are, let's say, describing, it's fine. But if we use it afterwards, we don't have to use it hyphenated, okay? Let's see the examples that we have here. Much is an adverb. Since it doesn't finish on "li," we can hyphenate it. Much loved. We have well-dressed, highly, finishes on "li," highly acclimated. Entonces, in this case, no hyphenation is needed. And widely respected. Again, no hyphen needed, okay? Let's see the examples. Lemonade album was highly acclaimed by critics. Number 2, he released several singles, but none of them saw significant success, though they are not now much loved. Questions so far?
What is widely respected?
That it has a lot of respect, that is very well respected, okay?
I don't.
No, not really. Let me think about an example.
I didn't know the word goodly, but okay, it's clear for me.
Remember that widely means when you describe something that is very large. Yes, widely.
Yes.
Yeah, como,
Yeah.
let's say, yeah, ampliamente. Yeah, exactly. And widely respected, I have an example, which is the Nobel Prize is a widely respected event, could be, okay? Or celebration or ceremony. Yes?
Yes.
Okay. Good. Any other?
No.
Okay. Let's continue with the third one. Okay. Now, the third pattern is when we have an adjective or an adverb or a noun, any of the three options, and then we use a past participle, okay? And when they are before they precede the noun, these compounds are usually written with a hyphen, listo? Unless they make one word, like in the case of easygoing. Easygoing is just one word. So in that case, you don't have to place a hyphen in the middle, okay? But in this case, for example, forward thinking, over here, we use the hyphen, or thought provoking. Listo? Which is our, in this case, two words, and we hyphenate those words. Let's see the examples. That has to be a step in the right direction, but we cannot rely on few forward-thinking counsels. Or number two, the author masterfully captures the narratives by using humor, raw language, and thought-provoking descriptions. Okay?
Okay.
Questions about them?
Yeah.
Tell me.
Forward thinking and thought provoking.
Okay. The first one relates to when you have not advanced, pero let's say, how do we explain? Let me start with the second one while I think about the first one. Thought-provoking means that you want to create a reaction about it, okay? So it could be, let's say, about a movie. So when it is thought-provoking, it's a movie that is going to make you think about the, let's say, the plot or the ending part, and it's going to make you do something else, right? It is going to make you think, like psychological films. You don't just watch psychological films and then you say, oh, well, cool, it's a nice movie, but you end up thinking about it.
Okay.
So thought-provoking literally means that it's something that makes you think.
Okay.
So you can have, well, in these cases, thought-provoking descriptions, but sometimes could be a thought-provoking movie, a thought-provoking idea, right? Something else. It's really related to art because it's going to make you think about it. Okay?
Okay.
Yeah, is it clear?
Yes.
Listo, good. And with forward thinking, it means like progressive ideas. Okay? So those ideas that are not very traditional, but when you think about and you are more open about those, let's say, ideas. For example, using AI in everyday task, that is a forward thinking idea because people are not usually familiar, or they do not feel comfortable, or they do not think it's safe to use AI. So using AI, it's a forward thinking, let's say, not idea, but forward thinking way of working, let's say. Yes?
Yes.
It's a progressed idea.
Okay.
Okay?
Yeah.
I'm not familiar with the word in Spanish, pero yes, it's a progressive idea. Let me think about it in Spanish. Okay. Listo. Easy going? Yes. Right?
Yes.
Okay, good. Yeah, progresista, sí. Good. Okay. Over here, we have some examples of compound adjectives using the pattern noun plus past participle. So you have awestruck, bloodstained, frostbitten, handmade, handwritten, heartbroken, homemade, moth-eaten, store-bought, sunburn, waterlogged, and windswept. Familiar with any of them?
With some.
Okay, which ones are you not familiar with?
For example, store-bought.
Store-bought. So this one means that you bought the element or the product at a store. This one has a literal meaning.
Okay.
Okay. What about awestruck?
Yeah.
Yes, you know it or no?
No, I don't know the meaning.
Ah, okay, listo, good. So in this one, it is something that is filled with admiration or respect, that you have a lot of emotions, good feelings and admiration for a person in this case. Yes or no?
No.
Let me think about when you, who is your favorite actor?
It's difficult because I don't like watch movies a lot.
Okay, well, your favorite inventor, let's say.
For example, Nikola Tesla.
Okay, so you are awestruck of Nikola Tesla. So you admire him.
Okay.
Yes?
Okay. Yes.
Uh-huh. Okay. You are an awestruck by his inventions, let's say.
Okay.
Okay, listo, good. What else?
Wine sweet.
The windswept. I
Yeah.
think it's windswept, if I'm not mistaken about the pronunciation there. Okay, the windswept. Think about a place, let's say a house or something like that, and it has, let's say, it is exposed to let's say, to the wind. Okay, so
Okay.
it could be open and not protected of the strong winds that can happen.
Okay.
Yes. So
Yeah.
you could say, for example, we were at a windswept coast in Cartagena. So it has a lot of wind coming in. Yes?
Okay. Yes.
Okay, good.
No more, I think.
No? Frostbitten?
Yes.
I like that word because it's super cool, right?
Yes.
When you get frozen. Okay. Let's see the other one. And we can also have other type of compound adjectives that are found when you write them. They can be found as one word in many dictionaries. Okay, como airborne, como airsick, como barefooted, day long, downhearted, hard-headed, lightweight, newfound, painstaking, or seaworthy. So in some dictionaries, they can be just one word. Okay.
Okay.
Questions about them? I think yes.
Yeah.
Tell me. Airborne, for example? Or are you familiar with airborne?
I heard the word, but I don't remember exactly.
It's when you, it's something that is transported by air. So, for example, pollution is airborne.
Okay.
Yes. Or,
Yes.
for example, yeah, airplanes and things like that.
Barefooted.
Tell me.
Barefooted.
Barefooted.
Yeah.
So it means that you don't use shoes, that you walk without shoes. Yes? So you use your toes to walk. You don't have nothing covering your feet.
Ah, okay.
That's barefooted.
Painstaking.
Painstaking. I was going to tell you about airsick if you knew about airsick, but I think you do, right? Painstaking. This one means that you do something with a lot of dedication or care. So you pay a lot of attention to details.
Okay.
So you could be, let's say, painstaking. So it means that you are a person who is extremely careful, dedicated, that makes a lot of effort doing, let's say, the activities like a job or something like that. Yes?
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And no more.
No? Good?
Yeah.
Okay. So remember that these ones can be found as one word. No hyphen over here. Okay?
Okay.
Listo. Over here, we have the 3 patterns summarized for you. Okay, remember that they can modify a phrase and they are made of 2 words or more, could be, okay? And some of them can be hyphenated or some others can be just a single word as we check. So here are the most common patterns, okay? Adjective plus a noun and ed, adverb plus past participle, or adjective, adverb, or noun plus present, plus the participle, okay? Which is in this case the ing form. Listo? Remember that if you have an adverb that finish on "ly", you don't hyphenate it.
Yes.
Of course, all of these words, I mean, these rules about patterns are to be followed when you write, not when you speak. Okay?
Yes.
Listo. Are we ready to rewrite the words?
Maybe.
We're going to try. Okay. So we're going to rewrite these sentences that we have over here, okay? And we're going to try to use compound adjectives, okay? And we're going to replace the bold-faced words that we have here, okay? There are lots of possibilities, so it's fine, okay? Let's see the example that we have here. Roger Federer is an athlete everybody knows. So we're going to replace everybody knows. So in that case, we can use the compound adjective well-known. So we could say Roger Federer is a well-known athlete, okay?
Okay.
Number 2, we have the play was praised, celebrated, like by most theater critics. Number 3, many charities are set up to help children who are poor. Number 4, the very generous celebrity gave money to the homeless. Number 5, the work of Gandhi had effects that reached around the world. And number 7, the child with blue eyes was adopted by a celebrity. Okay?
Okay.
Okay, I'm going to give you time. Try to make the sentence. Think about the compound adjectives that we can use to replace the words that we have in bold face over here to make the new sentence, okay? Before we go, questions maybe about any of them?
Nope.
Okay, listo, good. Go ahead. Let me set the timer. I'm going to give you 5 minutes, okay?
Okay.
Listo, go ahead. 20 seconds. Almost ready? I think yes.
Yeah, I'm ready.
Good. You found number 3. Okay, go ahead. Tell us your sentences.
Okay. Second is the play was well
Well,
received by most theater critics.
there you go. Yes, well received. Let me stop the timer. We could also say highly acclimated, right?
Yeah.
Good. Listo. Number 3.
Many charities are set up to help underprivileged children.
Underprivileged.
Underprivileged.
Okay, good. In need. To help
What?
in need. In need.
Can you go right?
Yeah, of course. I'm writing it.
Okay.
In need.
Oh,
It's another option. Okay.
okay.
Underprivileged is very well, but in need, that's another one. Okay. Number 4.
The big-hearted celebrity gave money to the homeless.
Okay. Good. Yeah, big-hearted. I also thought about that one. Number 5.
The work of Gandhi had worldwide reflecting effects.
So you use worldwide reflecting?
Yes.
Okay, because worldwide it's a word that you can use. Okay? But
Only
this one,
worldwide?
yeah, worldwide it's one that you can use.
Okay.
You could say the work of Gandhi had worldwide effects around the world. Worldwide effects, sorry, because you already said worldwide around the world. Pero
Okay.
the reflecting part, nice, I like it, okay?
And the blue-eyed?
The blue-eyed.
The blue-eyed
Exactly.
child was adopted by a celebrity.
Okay, the blue-eyed child, exactly. Okay, difficult?
A little, because
I would say yes.
yeah, because chose the words that correspond to the meaning is not easy.
Yeah, it's difficult. You need to have a lot of
Vocabulary.
yes, in order either to make them or to look for them, right?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. So over here, worldwide, okay? With the reflecting sounds a little bit odd for wide effects, okay? Bueno, good. Now, yeah, this is the one. Okay, so we checked some of the compound adjectives that do not need hyphenation, right?
Yes.
Like the ones that we have over here and that we already checked. So we're going to use one word. Look, that one word is also a compound adjective. One word adjectives from the grammar box here, the ones that we have here, to rewrite the sentences. Listo? So we're using the ones that we have over here. Let's see the example. The flight attendant helped the passengers who felt sick on the airplane. So we're going to rephrase it by saying the flight attendant helped the airsick passengers. Okay? Let's see number 2. We attended a meeting that lasted from 9 in the morning to 6 in the evening. Okay?
Yeah.
So you're going to look for the one over here that is going to help you replace the words that we have here, okay? Let's see number 3. The passengers boarded the vessel that was worthy of making an ocean voyage, a trip, right? And the vessel is
Yes.
a kind of ship. Okay?
Yes.
Okay. Next one, number 4. The sailors stopped at an island that had only recently been discovered. Number 5, the star was overwhelmed by the fans who showed their admiration for her. And number 6, Jason caught a virus that was carried through the air. Yep.
Yes.
Okay, go ahead. Again, I'm gonna give you 5 minutes because they're long. Ready?
Yes.
Okay, go ahead. Let's see, number 2.
We attended a day-long meeting.
Can you please repeat that? Because I lost you for a moment.
We attended a day-long meeting.
There you go, day long. Means from the morning up in the afternoon. There
Yeah.
you go, good.
The
Number three.
passengers boarded the seaworthy vessel.
The seaworthy vessel, good. Number 4.
The sailors stopped at a newfound island.
Island.
Island?
Yes, because if you say Iceland, you mean this, an island of ice. So it will be a different word, okay? Island.
Okay,
And
island.
this one is the Iceland, okay?
Okay.
Good, yes, newfound. Number 5.
The star was overwhelmed by the
Overwhelmed.
okay. Overwhelmed by the awestruck fans.
Okay, I would say as well could be the star was starstruck by fans, okay? But yeah, I would say awestruck fans. Pero yeah, awestruck fans is fine. Okay?
Okay.
Listo, good. And number 6, Jason.
Jason Hawk and airborne virus.
An airborne
Airborne virus.
virus. Airborne virus.
Airborne virus.
There you go. Okay. Well, if you have the words, it's going to be easier, right?
Yeah.
Easier than making up or creating the words, right?
Yes.
Okay. Listo. Questions about them, maybe?
No.
Okay. Listo. Good. Very nice. Let me erase this so we can continue. Okay, now we're going to talk about superlative compound adjectives. Okay. We're going to read just 2 in order to check a little bit about what we're going to discover. So this is a blog about where you can share your feelings and ideas, okay? And the discussion here is to tell the people that you respect and admire, okay? So let's see the first one. Robert D says, they may not be the smartest or the best looking people in the world, but I would say my friends are the people I most admire. We stick together and we watch out for each other and learned a lot from each other too. Can you please help me reading the second one by Elena?
I've always looked up to my father. He is the hardest working and the least narrow-minded man I know. He's always taught me that hard work is the surest way to be successful.
To be successful. Okay, good. The own drummer. I'm not sure. I have a role model. I mostly like to do my own thing. I think it's because I'm not the most easily impressed person when I meet someone new, and I'm pretty slow to trust people. So if you notice in all of this, we are using superlative compound words. Did you notice any of them? Can you please give us an example?
For example, the most easily impressed.
Tell me where is it? I saw it, but I'm not
in the
checking
third.
it. Say that again, please.
In the third.
In the third. Acá, most easily impressed. Yes, there we go. Exactly. We're making a compound word, but in this case, including or adding a superlative, right?
Yes.
Yes, yes. Okay. Using in this case, the. ¿Listo? The most.
The most.
Exactly. The smartest or the best looking, it's also a possibility. Okay. Or we could say there is another one over here that I wanted to the least.
The least.
The least narrow-minded person, or in this case, man. Okay, good. So we're going to check and learn about them, about their patterns as well. Okay, so as you notice, in this case, we are including a superlative, right, form before the compound adjective, okay? And it is usually formed when we add the words the most or the least, okay? They are not hyphenated, sorry, they're not hyphenated after most or least. Listo? We don't hyphenate the compound adjective. So let's see the first example. I'm not the most easily impressed person. Okay, so still you are having the compound adjective, but in this case you are giving, let's say, an extra flavor to the sentence, right? You're giving an extra characteristic about it by using the superlative form. Okay, number 2, Tonia is the most easygoing person in our family. And number 3, he's the least, sorry, narrow-minded man I know, as we checked before, okay? Hasta ahí, thus far, it's good?
Yes.
Okay. When the first word of a compound adjective is an adjective or it is an adverb of one, or sometimes it has 2 syllables, okay, the superlative can also be formed by adding the and using the superlative form of the first word, okay? So if you have, for example, an adjective like hard, you are going to form the superlative using the rule that the adjective follows. Listo? In this case, he is the hardest working man I know. Why? Because in this case, the adjective can take 2 syllables. And the superlative form is the hardest. Listo? So in this case, we're not gonna say the most hard, but the hardest. Listo? The hardest working man I know. Or number 2, they might not be the smartest or the best looking people in the world. So over here, notice that we're using the word smart, and smart follows the rule of the short adjective in which I add est, right? In the case of best, remember that best is an irregular adjective, so it changes, right? It was good, but the superlative form of good is best, the best.
Yes.
Okay? With the best. Listo? The best looking people in the world. In this case, you use the hyphen in the middle. Okay. You can also use compound adjectives in their superlative form, and you can place it after the verb without using a noun. Let's see an example. Of all the men I know, he's the hardest working. Notice that we are not using over here the noun that we are expressing the characteristic because we already placed it at the beginning. Listo? Of all the men I know, he's the hardest working. Okay? Let's see the second example. From all the animals, the cheetah is the fastest runner. Okay?
Okay.
So we have, the condition is that we have the verb be, right? And we do not need to place a noun here because in the previous sentence, we already specified what we're talking about, right? The group of the element from which this person or this animal stands out. Then, when we have other superlative adjectives, the article the or the, depending on the case, is not used when we have a possessive. Listo? For example, Venezuela's best-known poet will be reading one of his works at the public library this week. So in this case, since we are making or including a possessive here, we're not going to place the. Listo? Venezuela's the best known? No. Venezuela's best known. Why? Because the adjective, the compound adjective here is referring to this possessive. Okay? It's the poet from Venezuela, in this case, okay? Let's see another one. The company's most lightweighted camera is the photo flash times 25 or X25. Yes, got it?
Yes.
So when using a possessive, you do not use the da or the di, okay?
Okay.
Okay. And when we have adjectives or adverbs that have irregular comparative or superlative forms, well, we have to consider their irregular form, and they can be used in the comparative or the superlative compound adjective. For example, good. Remember that we can make it like the best known person. So in that case, we're going to use the superlative of the irregular adjective, which is in this case good. It is going to happen the same with bad. The worst paid, for example, it's another compound adjective using the superlative, or with far, and remember that far has two possibilities, farthest or furthest. Either of them are correct, is your option, okay? It's your decision. And it happens the same in the same way with adverbs like well, badly, little, much, and far. So well is going to become best as well in the superlative form, badly, worst, little, the least, much, the most, and far, which is also an adverb, farthest or furthest, okay?
Okay.
They're highly used. If you notice, there are lots of them that can be used in order to make compound adjectives as well. Okay, so over here we have the compressed version of it with the examples that we already checked. And now we're going to practice. Okay, so we're going to rewrite the phrases using the superlative form of the compound adjective that we have already over here. So we have, in the example, an awe-inspiring place. So we're going to make the superlative the most awe-inspiring place. Listo? On number 2, we have a widely read book. Number 3, a good-looking man. Number 4, a thirst-quenching beverage. Number 5, a highly developed mind. Number 6, a warm-hearted friend. Number 7, a far-reaching plan. Number 8, a thought-provoking novel. Sorry, I got confused with the other one. A well-defined project, and a bad-intentioned person, okay? So we're going to make the superlative in those, okay?
Okay.
Questions about maybe the words, the compound adjectives that we have?
Yeah. At thirst quenching.
Do you know what is
Beverage.
thirst? To be thirsty?
Thirsty.
When you want, you need, not want. When you need to drink liquid.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so a thirst quenching beverage is a drink, a beverage that relieves the thirst. That is very refreshing.
Okay.
Like what people say about Coca-Cola, right? If it is super cold, they say, oh, Coca-Cola is very thirst quenching, sorry. Yes?
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Any other?
No.
Okay, go ahead. How are we doing? Difficult?
I was checking, for example, in the examples of, for example, the adverb or adjective is hard. In the example,
Say that again.
is the hardest. Yeah.
Yes. Mhm.
And I'm not secure about, for example, in sentence 4, is it's possible write theaters that
The third,
yeah the superlative of theaters.
the third test.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
I don't know
Third,
is
yes.
is possible.
No,
But
you would say
the most thirst.
thirsty, quenching. Mhm.
Okay.
Because you could use the third test, but only for that adjective itself. But since you have the quenching with the ing ending, you in that case you wouldn't use the superlative of thirsty. Okay, the most thirsty quenching of all, or of all drinks, or the most thirsty quenching drink. Okay, in that
Okay.
case you cannot use the superlative of thirst.
Okay.
Listo, good. Like you wrote it. Almost ready? Yes. No. No, we're missing two.
Yes. Moment.
Don't worry.
For example, in 6, is this possible?
On number 6.
Yeah.
The warmest hearted. You mean?
Yeah.
No, in that case, you would say the most.
Okay.
The most warm-hearted person. ¿Listo?
Bye.
And with thought-provoking, what do you think?
I think it's the most or the least.
It is the
Thought-provoking.
most thought-provoking.
So it's a difficult word for write.
Yeah, the sound, it's awful. I mean, all of those TH sounds in English, right?
Yeah, I confused the throat.
I'm gonna send you a riddle about them, okay? So you can practice.
Yeah.
Okay, there you go. Okay, good. Please read number 2.
The most widely read book.
Widely.
Widely.
Read book. Listo, good. Number 3.
The best looking man.
Good. Number 4.
The most thirst quenching beverage.
Beverage. Okay, beverage. Good. Number 5.
The less highly developed mind.
Developed.
Developed.
Yeah, that's an option. Yeah. Remember that you can use the most or the least.
The
Okay. Listo, good. Number 6. The most
The most warm-hearted friend.
friend. We already checked that with warm. Okay.
The
Next one.
farthest reaching plan.
The farthest reaching plan. Listo, good.
The most thought-provoking novel.
Thought-provoking
Thought.
novel. Mm-hmm.
The best defined project.
Best defined project. Mm-hmm.
And the worst intentioned person.
Exactly. Listo, good. Nice. Think you did it pretty well. Great. Okay. Over here is the one that we checked about them when we have irregular comparatives and superlatives because of the irregular adjective. I have one more exercise for you, but we're only going to do the first two because we're running out of time, okay? So we're going to write the sentence as in the example using the information and the superlative form of the comparative adjective. There are lots of possibilities, right? So don't worry about them. So we have Charlize Theron is good-looking actress I've ever seen, but we're using the superlative. So the example says Charlize Theron is the best-looking actress I've ever seen, okay? So we're going to do number 2 and number 3, okay? We have my company president is well-dressed executive I've ever worked for. And number 3, last year, I went on one of badly planned vacations I've ever taken. Okay? You can place them over here, and that will be. So how could we? Okay, you already have it. Nice. Exactly. And on number 3. Okay, we're missing something here. One of the words.
Yeah.
You got it, you noticed.
Yes.
Okay, listo, good. Questions about these ones, the regular ones?
No.
No, they're good. So you have
Yes.
extra practice on number 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8.
Okay.
Okay, in case you want to practice a little bit more about them. Okay.
Okay.
And that will be all for today. Thank you for being in class with me today.
Thank you, teacher, for the class.
All right.